Hey guys, this is Nick with PhoneArena, and today we're reviewing the Sony Xperia Sola. We're looking at a mid-range Android smartphone. The display is 3.7 inches in diagonal, resolution is 480 by 854 pixels, the camera on its back is of 5 megapixels with LED flash and autofocus. The processor inside it is a dual-core chip clocked at 1 GHz, and all of these goodies are enclosed in a body that is less than 10 millimeters thick. What we have running on it is Android 2.3.7, but an update to Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich is promised for this summer. As a whole, we are very content with the way the Sony Xperia Sola has been designed. It is obviously meant to look a lot less like a fashion accessory and a lot more like a versatile tool. In addition, its body feels nice to the touch. Its back cover has been treated with a soft touch finish, which adds a bit of a premium feel to the device. Besides, the device fits nicely in the hand. Your thumb can easily reach each corner of its screen, which makes it ideal for single-handed use. And if that's not enough, the body measures 9.9 millimeters, which is okay for a device of this class. Underneath the display, we see three capacitive Android buttons. On the left side, we see the lock key, and a 3.5mm headphone jack is located on top. Above the display, we have the earpiece, a sensor, and a notification light. On the right side, we see the micro USB port and the 2-button volume rocker along with a 2-stage camera shutter key. Overall, we're happy with all buttons except for the camera shutter, which requires far too much effort to press. The display has a resolution of 480 by 854 pixels, which results in a very high pixel density. As a result, the fine text is pretty easy to read. In addition, colors are pretty accurate without being exaggerated or anything, and we only wish that blacks were a bit deeper, but we can live with them the way they are right now. We also noticed that under outdoor conditions, the display remains visible as it is bright enough. There is a slight motion blur, which is noticeable at times, but we are rarely bothered by it. The Sony Xperia Sola comes with a gingerbread out of the box, but an update to Ice Cream Sandwich is being planned for this summer. The processor inside it is a 1 GHz dual-core chip, the Novator U8500 made by ST Ericsson. It's paired with 512 MB of RAM, which is more than enough processing power to ensure smooth operation under most conditions. The interface runs smoothly, and although there is a slight lag when live wallpaper is used, the interface remains pretty usable overall. We should also mention that it's pretty and it has a lot of useful widgets built in. In addition, there are features that add the deep social networking integration. This is what the virtual on-screen keyboard looks like, and we have to admit that it's equally usable in both portrait and landscape mode. In addition, you get this really neat autocomplete bar, which can speed up your typing and will correct typos on the fly. Floating touch is a feature that Sony is introducing with the Xperia Sola. Basically, it allows you to highlight links while browsing the web without actually touching the display. For now, the functionality of this feature is pretty limited, but Sony promises to allow developers to work with the APIs to create other uses for floating touch. The built-in web browser on the Sony Xperia Sola works well and has any feature that you would expect out of a mobile web browser, including support for Adobe Flash. However, it's slightly laggy when scrolling through heavy web pages, and that's a flaw that is not present on alternative web browsers such as Opera. The quality of photos taken with the phone's 5 megapixel camera is pretty average. Exposure is okay and colors look natural, but fine details are blurry and there's plenty of noise present if lighting conditions are not optimal. There's a shutter lag of about half a second, and you can take about 3 frames each second, which are both very good figures for a device of this class. We are pretty happy with the music player that Sony has included. In addition to all the basic features that you would expect out of a music player, it has a few extras, such as the ability to search for music videos on YouTube, to search lyrics or artist information straight from the music player. Of course, you get a widget for your home screen and controls on the lock screen. The Sony Xperia Sola could play any video format that we threw at it with its stock video player, anything up to resolution of 720p. Video looks really good because of the Bravia engine, which enhances contrasts and boosts brightness. In-call quality is pretty average. Voices sound distinct and natural on both sides of the line, but we really wish that the earpiece was a bit louder. The battery is non-removable and of somewhat below average capacity, 1320 mAh. The talk time is 5 hours and the standby time is about 20 days, which are figures below the average. In conclusion, the Sony Xperia Sola is really worth checking out if you're looking for a decent mid-range Android smartphone that has a good value for money ratio. You get the performance advantage of a dual-core processor, it has a good-looking interface, and the ice cream sandwich update is coming this summer. But perhaps you can also check out the HTC One V, which is a decent alternative. It may have a single-core processor only, but overall it's a more stylish device. It has a slightly better camera and a better screen. Thank you for watching our video review of the Sony Xperia Sola. This is Nick, and if you'd like to check out any of our other smartphone reviews, just visit our website phonearena.com.